Hi everyone! The potential of social commerce has been talked up for a long time, and the logic is compelling. On social media, people are already hanging out, being prompted with ads, and in many cases are ready to buy. This tells us something about where commerce is going. The last couple of years have seen big names like Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, or YouTube roll out new features to boost their commerce game to make transacting a more focal use of their apps. But if we look at the relative size of social commerce compared to traditional e-commerce today, we quickly realize that social commerce hasn't really soared yet. Compared to traditional e-commerce, where you find a brand on Google and purchase on its website, social commerce still looks tiny. In 2021, the size of social commerce is about 15% that of e-commerce. But what's interesting here is the pace at which social commerce is going to grow over the next 5 years. In 2026, social commerce sales will be about a third of total e-commerce sales, which is massive. If social commerce is still relatively small today, this is because there are fundamental issues to the social commerce experience that haven't been solved yet. So in this video, we'll give you our very own definition of what social commerce is and explain what you can do as a creator today to capitalize on this unique opportunity. So let's get started. We are going to cover 3 sections in this video. In the first section, we're going to provide our very own definition of social commerce. In the second section, we'll go through the challenges facing social commerce today that can help explain why social commerce hasn't reached its full potential yet. And in the last section, we'll discuss what is currently being done by a new category of companies, including Shappy, to bring solutions to these problems and to truly unlock the potential of social commerce. Let's begin by defining what social commerce is. As this is a relatively new term that hasn't been defined yet, we will provide our very own definition. So, our definition of social commerce is the following. Social commerce is the socially empowered product discovery leading to a transaction. Most of us are now interconnected and talking to each other on social media. Social has become the new place where we find out about brands, whether it's through a friend recommending a product to us, through an influencer we follow, or through an ad. We often say that social is the new search engine. In the past, a traditional e-commerce purchase would start on Google. Nowadays, the discovery of a product starts on social media. This is social commerce. With social commerce, product discovery always happens on social media. But the transaction can happen either within the social media app itself through the now famous check out on Instagram button. Everything is managed from within the Instagram app. Or it can happen somewhere else. For example, by being redirected to the seller's website. So that's it. Social commerce is where discovery happens on social media, and the checkout can happen either within the social media app itself or somewhere else. And this raises a series of questions and challenges that we are going to answer in the following section. Let's first discuss the use case where the checkout happens in the social media app itself. What are the problems here? To answer this question, it is worth distinguishing between the business owner, let's call it the creator, and the end customer. The main problem for creators today is that on average, a creator sells across 4 social media platforms, and this creates friction across 3 main areas. First, setting up a storefront on a social media platform is tedious and time-consuming. You have to do it one by one, and not to mention that each platform has its own requirements for how you showcase your products. For example, Instagram will favor squared pictures, where YouTube will favor videos. Problem number 2, managing orders and customers across multiple platforms is horrendous. When you operate a business, the last thing that you want is to have to dedicate the vast majority of your time doing something else than actually growing your business. And having a fragmented way of managing orders and customers is far from ideal. And problem number 3, having a unified view of your business and how you are performing in real time is virtually impossible, as you'd have to gather multiple data from different sources manually. Not ideal, right? This fragmentation is currently the major obstacle for creators. And now, the main problem for customers when checking out from within the social media platform itself is that there's no concept of a basket. So you essentially have to buy now or never. This might and will change for sure in the future, but as of today, the experience is far from being optimal. Let's see the problems associated with redirecting your audience from social media to your own website. For creators, especially at the early stages of your business, setting up a website is complex, expensive, and time-consuming. You have no-code options available today for you. I'm thinking about Shopify as being a good example, but it still takes time to set up, definitely not minutes. You might need the help of a Shopify developer, and it is quite expensive, as Shopify will charge you a recurring fee every single month. And for customers, currently, there's an inconsistent shopping experience. Social media platforms are natively mobile, immersive, they favor videos, chats, comments and dialogues, and they have a killer user interface, whereas websites are truly designed for PCs and are very static. Even if the design of websites has dramatically improved over the years, websites are still lagging behind. They are still mobile responsive instead of being mobile first. And this means that a customer coming from social media over to your website will likely see a gap in terms of quality of the experience. So what are the solutions? In this section, I'd love to tell you a bit more about how we are trying to address these challenges at Shappy. Although social commerce has been going on for some time now, we believe that we are part of a new category of players who are trying to create and design a native social commerce experience. And this encompasses a few principles that I'd love to walk you through now. Our 3 founding principles and product philosophy are the following. Principle number 1, mobile first. Too many companies today talk about being mobile responsive. Being mobile responsive, in our humble opinion, is already the acknowledgement that you don't tackle the problem the right way. Because, you know what? 99% of social media sessions happen on a mobile device. So at Shappy, we're mobile first and desktop responsive. Principle number 2, building immersive shopping experiences. As mentioned before, websites are currently optimized for PCs, but social commerce needs something else. To truly unlock the potential of social commerce, shopping experiences need to be as immersive as the discovery that takes place on social media. And our last principle is fairness. To truly support creators, we believe in an economical model that's fair for us and for them. At Shappy, the model is revenue sharing. We don't believe in charging a fixed fee per month to someone who isn't selling anything. So a commission-based model is, in our opinion, a great founding principle to genuinely support the creator economy. As a recap, we've seen that social commerce is the experience of finding out about a product on a social media platform and purchasing this item directly on social media or outside. There are many challenges today inhibiting social commerce to unlock its true potential as a sales channel for creators. And that's exactly what we're trying to address at Shappy. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Feel free to give it a like, activate the notification bell, and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video.